something I personally struggle with is letting go a little bit and putting that trust in my team. Perfected or spent a good amount of time on you know, I would say making that profile what ideally we'd want it to be. You know, used it, I think, to the full potential.
Yeah, there's room for growth, but you guys have a good start, especially with having 3 5-star reviews already on your profile. That's an amazing start. Most professionals start with.
Hey HBICs, welcome back and thank you for joining me yet another week. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for your support, to those who have subscribed. And to those that are new, please make sure to subscribe in order to stay up to date on all my latest boss girl tips and an inside look at all my businesses. Last week in my intro video, I was talking about how I feel that a lot of the business influencers out there glorify entrepreneurship, and while entrepreneurship is all those things that they say online, you know, it gives you freedom of time, it allows you to be your own boss, it allows you to potentially make a lot of money. And I do often hear that these people say that it's hard work, but I don't feel like you as a consumer to this information know what that hard work is or what some of those problems are. And so I think that naturally this video would be a perfect opportunity to show you what type of challenges my businesses are facing and how I am trying to overcome them currently. And so earlier I was talking about how on the gen contracting front of things, as an owner, it's hard for me to let go and delegate some of the tasks that I normally carry out. And while this can be good in the sense that sometimes it allows an owner to keep control and a good eye on everything, if you're juggling too much, then that means you're not doing something, or what you're good at least, to the fullest potential, and you're kind of just half-assing everything. Because if you're just going through each task and going through everything that needs to be done just to get to the next thing, just to keep afloat, then I don't feel like you're doing what you're good at. And in my case, I think that gen contracting has been suffering because of it, and only delegating some here and there to other people. But I think that if I do more of the delegating, it'll be less difficult on me, but also help the business chug along better in general. So for example, what does this mean specifically? Like, what problems is this issue causing? So in contracting, you know, we have a job to do. Right now we have several kitchen renovations going on with several of our clients. And often if I'm holding up the team because I'm juggling all these different things, it's gonna take me longer to get to the next thing. If a project is getting backed up, then that can mean that we have to spend an extra day on a project, and that can mean that there are extra costs that are not originally budgeted for, which can mean that it's messing with your money. So that can be really bad, especially if it trickles down to all the different jobs. And so that's something that we've been dealing with. And especially being someone who is currently running their business from afar. I'm located in North Carolina temporarily, and my business is primarily located in the DC, Maryland, and Virginia area. And so that's kind of been very difficult to deal with. And so I think that that's something I've been implementing more, delegating tasks, and it's been working. It's been helping everything move along smoother. And so if you are a business owner or looking to start a business, it's important to keep in mind that you need to trust your team. You're not doing everything to your fullest potential if you're trying to juggle a million things at once. Now, on the femme decor side of things, last night I received a very interesting message from someone, from a potential customer, I think. And it said something like $15 for shipping, seriously. And in terms of that, I've never really received just an unhappy customer. I'm new to e-commerce, and so that was a first for me, dealing with someone who had something negative to say about my company. And so what's hard about that is that you sometimes want to take things personally. Like, you kind of want to be like, oh, come on, you know, I'm doing the best I can, and I don't control UPS, I don't control FedEx. But at the same time, I have to realize that it's a problem, and it's something that I am aware of and I'm trying to fix. I know that the shipping costs are high, but it's because I am a small one-woman operation. You know, I don't have the funds in order to provide the shipping that some of the big operations can provide. And so that was something interesting that, you know, it's a problem I hadn't encountered up to this day within my e-commerce business, Femme Decor. And so it's something that I now have to deal with, and that's just really fresh because I got that comment last night. So it's something I'm sharing with you guys, and I'm still thinking through the solutions. But I think the best solution in terms of lowering my shipping costs is just finding a different provider that will work and is able to ship to all the places where my customers currently are. And I think that that's difficult because my current provider is able to ship to that particular country where that customer was. But at the same time, the country in particular has high custom fees, and so shipping to the country is notoriously expensive as it is. And so that's something that I'd like to convey to you, the customer that did comment that or bring that to my attention. You know, thank you for letting me know that that's what the price is for shipping to your country. And I am trying to work on it, you know, but like I said, being a small business comes with a lot of challenges, and a lot of the time those challenges make it really hard to compete with these big box home decor stores like Home Goods and just even some of the bigger online operations. And so that's something to keep in mind. If you want to start a small business, there will be a lot of challenges and it'll be hard to compete with some of the more established businesses, but just keep going. And I feel like the solution is just to always try to find a solution for your customers and to try to make them happy, because I really do think that the customer is always right. At the end of the day, she is right. The shipping costs are really expensive, and ideally we wish that it wasn't like that. I don't want the shipping costs to be that expensive. I want you to be able to get the product that you love at a reasonable price. And so I'm working on that. Just know that it's not falling on deaf ears. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed being able to hear a little bit of what it is to really be an entrepreneur and some of the hardships I'm currently going through with my businesses, Gen Contracting and Femme Decor. And I hope it has helped you, and I hope that it will better educate your decision to become an entrepreneur. But also, if you are an entrepreneur, I hope it helps. So that's all I have for now, but I hope you'll join me next Monday for another video. Until then,